In this video, we are going to fix this message. User warning message 8109, some shell element edges have more than 2 elements connecting to it. So what is going on here? Let me see if I can describe it here. Let me turn on one of the contact bodies actually. Or first, let's go ahead and take these nodes. Let me take some of the nodes and let's display these nodes. So that warning is a warning from the contact algorithm. And if we look at where these grids are located, they're located here. So this might be a problem for the contact algorithm when it's trying to detect what is with contact with one another. Here it's telling us that it might be better to separate this contact body. Right now this contact body is one single piece, and from that message it's suggesting that maybe we should break up these contact bodies. Right now we have 3 contact bodies defined and 2 contact pairs. So the contact pairs are represented by these spheres and these dotted lines. So this contact body on the top, it's allowed to contact this blue body. This contact body on the bottom, it's allowed to contact this blue body in the center. But again, these element faces here, we're getting a warning that there might be difficulty during the contact analysis. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to copy this contact body and we're going to separate that contact body, and then we're going to redo these pairs again. So here, let's go ahead and split this contact body now. Or actually, how should I do this? Let me delete this contact body and recreate a contact body. So let's go ahead and delete contact body 2. So let's go ahead into the pre. Let's look for BC body 2. Let's delete that blue body that was at the center. Let's create 2 new bodies, and then we'll go ahead and specify these are three-dimensional bodies that are deformable. Now we have to create 2 new B surface entries. B surf. Let's go ahead and create B surf 5 and B surf 6. Let's go ahead and turn off some of these elements. So let's go ahead and turn off the blue. Okay, perfect. And let's turn off this green body here. Let me turn off the contact pairs. And so for B surface 5, let's go ahead and select all the elements at the top. So let me rotate this, and let's go ahead and select all of these elements at the top. So basically, bsurf is just a mechanism to collect elements. So for this other B surface entry, we're going to say all of these elements are associated with that B surface entry. So let's go ahead and move this here. And let's go ahead. If you want to expedite the process, you can increase the size of the picking sphere, like you see here. So it's up to you to decide how big that picking sphere is. So this is bsurf 5, and then this is bsurf 6 at the bottom. Now I go back to that BC bodies. I go back to the BC body 1 entries that we defined. And then I go and say, okay, associate bsurf 5 and bsurf 6. And now if we go back to the LBC's display panel, let me turn on all the elements. We have BC body 1, BC body 3, BC body 4, and 5. And now let me renumber these BC bodies so it's a little easier to follow. So BC body 1, and then let me see, So 4, or no, 5 should be 2. 2, and then see here, 4 and 3. Okay, we'll see if that gives us what we want. So contact body 1, contact body 2, contact body 3, and contact body 4. So now we have to update our B connect entries. So we'll have a contact interaction, a contact pair, a B connect between BC body 1 and 2, and then a psych 1 between BC body 3 and 4. So let's go ahead and find our B connect entries. So here, let's go ahead and select BC body 1 to 2, and then BC body 3 to 4. And then once we're done with that, let's go ahead and rerun the contact analysis. In this case, we're using permanent glue. And then let's see, we might get an error saying, okay, now we're getting a different fatal message. We're saying that some of the element normals are different. So we'll go ahead and copy some of these elements. So these are element IDs we just copied. And let's go ahead and add some commas here. And we'll go back to the web app. And let's go ahead and display the location of those element IDs. Okay, so the element IDs are here. So here we're being told that there is a difference in the element normals. Let's go ahead and hide this section. Let's look at the element normals for this region. So we'll open orientations and click on display ECS. So now the element normals are represented by the z-axes of the element coordinate systems. You can see that the element normals are actually reversed. And if you look at the red elements, if you will, you'll notice that the normals are in a different direction than the other normals. So since this contact body here has different element normals, that's what's causing that user fatal message. So what we can do is this. Let's go ahead and hide everything but those red elements, and let's rotate the model a little. Let me reverse the element normals. Here we'll say reverse element normals, and we'll select these element IDs. So let's go ahead and reduce the size of this picking sphere. Let's go ahead and select all these elements for this section. Once you do that, here, let's display the element normals. And now let's click on apply. And now the element normals have been reversed. And then if we turn on the rest of the bodies, let's go ahead and hide this and the blue body. If we look at the element normals now, you can see that they are consistent. So once this is done, you can go in and rerun this. So go back to download and click on upload PDF and immediately run. And now we expect this to successfully complete, and we get the status that it is complete. And now let's look at some mode shapes. Let's go ahead and turn this on and on. Let's go back to post. And like before, let's flip through the mode shapes. Let's make sure these bodies are in fact glued together. And then from the eigenvectors that we're looking at, from the mode shapes we're looking at, we can see that there is now contact between these bodies. And if we go back to the very original error, we wanted to fix this warning message. Some shell element edges have more than 2 elements connecting to it. We saw that the problem was this entire section here was being defined as one contact body. But then that caused an issue because of these elements here. These edges were shared between 3 elements. So this is element 1, element 2, and then if we rotate it, this green element would be element 3. So those edges were being shared by too many elements. So the the fix was to redefine our contact bodies. So before we had 3 contact bodies, but now we have 4 contact bodies. Only these elements are part of the contact body. Notice that we're no longer considering these vertical elements as part of the contact body. So once we separated that one contact body into different contact bodies, that warning message went away. Okay, so that's the end of the video. And just in case I forgot to mention, this web application that you saw today, if you want access to this web app, you can go to theengineeringlab.com. Here in the top right hand corner, you can click on free trial. Once you click that, fill out the form, and then you'll get access to this web app so you can practice what you saw today. And then just in case you have a question or comment, I'll go ahead and leave my email address here. So you have a question, comment about contact analysis, feel free to reach out and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. So that's the end of the video.